Welcome to Keeping It Real, where we talk business, money, and mindset.
So on today's episode, I got my homie Max Maxim to come through and talk about getting better with girls, improving your social skills, and how that can actually make you more money, right? Max Maxim is an online dating coach. He's part of Get Better Game as well. And I brought him on because he's helped me a lot with my social skills and helped me a lot with just mindset stuff. So overall, guys, in this podcast, we go deep into just getting better with, talking to people, getting better with girls, how being more social, how not caring about rejection and stuff like that can make you more money. Okay. We talk about so many different things, guys. And this is one of the best podcasts I've ever recorded, and I say that a lot, but trust me, guys, I just make them, these podcast episodes are just amazing because my friends are amazing. So without further ado, hope you guys enjoyed this episode I did with Max Maxim. Welcome to the podcast, Max. How are you, bro?
Splash. What's going on, man? It's so good to talk to you.
Hell yeah, man. I already give you a nice little introduction in the beginning, but for some of the people, that don't know you, go ahead and introduce yourself, and let them know what you do, who you are, all of that, man.
Cool. So for all those who don't know me, I'm Max Maxim, and I'm a dating coach, but not just a typical dating coach. I really just kind of specialize in professional men, entrepreneurs, guys that run their own businesses, and help them get the high quality girls that men want to date. I'm not really that guy that's going to help you get girls, right? If you want girls, definitely don't follow me. I'm not your guy. But if you want high quality girls, that's what I like to help professional entrepreneur guys get, because, man, Splash, when you live a life like us, you can't have the women in your life holding you back. You need the women in your life pushing you forward. And, that's my ideal of a high quality girl.
100%, man. And what I love about what you do is you help deserving men get what they deserve. It's not like you don't teach no manipulation. You don't teach no this, that, or whatever. And also a big reason why I brought on Max, everybody, is because you guys got to understand, improving your social skills is probably one of the best things you can do, not only just for your social life, but your business life. You know what I mean? Your every area of your life will improve if you can be more social. You can be someone who's, more so, who has better social skills, basically. And I know Max is the person for that, So I wanted him to talk about the importance of just socializing. We're going to get into so many more topics, right? But in general, Max, why did you even get into this business? Why do you do what you do? Why do you help men like me, entrepreneurs get high quality girls?
Yeah, man. When I was in high school, I was 245 pounds.
Whoa. For those of you guys that, of course you guys are listening to this in audio, you guys should look at Max now. So if you guys go ahead, click his Instagram or check his Instagram, it's going to be under the description of the podcast. Check him out, what he looks like now, and, it'll make sense what he's talking about.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So I'm 175 now. And, I remember that I thought I couldn't get girls because of my looks and the way that I looked and how overweight I was and all that stuff. So I go on this journey to basically look a hell of a lot better. And I learned all this stuff about style and looking better. And I like to believe that I got really good looking, but the craziest thing happened. The girls still didn't come. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought when you work super hard on yourself, I thought when you dress nice, when you do all these things that you're supposed to do, I thought the girls were supposed to come, but that didn't happen to me. So I almost felt like, I worked so hard for 2 years of my life on this goal and I didn't get it. And I know so many guys that felt that same way. And it wasn't until that moment that I realized, you need to have social skills to get girls. You need to have confidence. You need to have influence skills. You need to be high value because girls only date up, not down. And it wasn't until then that I dove down this path of, really figuring out how to become the most attractive and high value version of myself to get the girls that I felt I deserved and the high quality girls that I wanted. And I really understand what it's like to feel undesired and feel unwanted and, see girls that you would love to connect with and talk to and date and whatever, but you just don't have the skills to do it. And that you would be an amazing asset to her life. How much fun you guys can have if you could just get over that one wall and that just hurdle. I really understand what it's like. And just inside this entrepreneurial world, I know so many entrepreneurs that struggle with that. And I think, and I feel, and I've seen that the unconfidence in their dating life stems over into their business as well. And the second 100%. They handle their dating life, they end up making a hell of a lot more money as well,
100%, because there's a certain confidence, or I think certain things you need to do in order to kind of improve in that area of life, and certain discipline. And like you said, that just translates to the other areas of life, right? And what you said earlier, it was awesome, right? And something I want to talk about, or we can kind of elaborate on, is you just said, like, there's a lot of people that have crazy limiting beliefs when it comes to actually getting girls, actually, connecting with the right people. And one of them was like what you said, oh, if I look good, if I have money, all the girls will come to me, this, that, or whatever. What do you think are some other big limiting beliefs that other people might, or common limiting beliefs when it comes to this area of their life that people have? I kind of want you to point it out, just so if someone has that belief, they're at least aware of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Two biggest ones I hear are, oh, I can't get those girls because this is my ethnicity.
Wow,
people believe that their ethnicity holds them back. And, working with entrepreneurs like I do, my God, I have entrepreneurs of every ethnicity. I have white, I have black, I have Asian, I have Indian. And I assure you that your ethnicity will not hold you back. That is 100% a limiting belief. And another common thing in the entrepreneurial realm is maybe right now you don't have the nicest car. Maybe right now you don't have the nicest penthouse, right? Splash has an amazing penthouse. Maybe you don't have that yet, right? That's okay. Girls are not attracted to your car. They're not attracted to the kind of house you have. They're not attracted to any of that stuff. What they are attracted to is you having a mission in life and you having goals. So as long as you know in your heart that you are going to get there, which, by the way, is a mindset that you need to succeed in business. Splash talks about that all the time. As long as you have that mindset, you will succeed with girls. It's not about having it now in the moment. It's about getting there. If there's a guy who doesn't have a penthouse yet and just drives a Toyota, but he has the mindset and the drive, and he wakes up every single day working on his business, he will be more attractive than a guy who drives a Ferrari and has a penthouse, but wakes up every single morning with no mission in life.
I 100% agree with that, bro. There's a certain, it's like ambition is attractive. You know what I mean? Like you like not only on some, just even with people you want to connect with, man, even entrepreneurs and stuff. Like, you're not hanging out with some guy that doesn't have a drive. You're going to make me into a bum too if I hang out with you. You know what I mean? So like, that's why in all areas of life, it just helps to be surrounded by, good people and just have good social skills. So someone listening right now, what are some general things they can just do today, right, to start becoming that higher value? There are some people that already like that, but or someone that doesn't believe that they're high value, how can they start working towards becoming that type of person?
Yeah. So this is kind of controversial now in 2020, but you know what? This is evolutionary truth. And women are attracted to guys that they perceive as being higher value than them. So if you're chasing girls and you're putting girls up on pedestals and you are the chaser and not the trophy, right? That's an analogy I like to use inside my mentorship with all my clients. You will never win because girls do not date down. High quality girls, especially, those are the kind of girls that I help guys get. They do not date down. So how can you start to become that high value guy today? Because again, as we just said, it's not about the end goal. There is no such thing as an end goal. I'm working on my value every single day. Splash is also working on his value every single day. Guys like us, we understand that there's no such thing as cross the finish line and the race is over. It doesn't happen, right? It's about constantly running that race. So how do you actually improve today? There are 3 areas of your life that all, I don't know the word, that all, go into this area of being high value. And it's this, it's health, wealth, and relationships. And every single day, you need to be waking up and you just need to be improving 1% in every single one of these areas. As men, sometimes our ego and our masculine energy takes over and it's like, oh, we're going to improve on this. We're going to go so hard. We're going to do this crazy diet for 10 days. We're going to go out and approach 100 girls. We're going to do this with our business. Don't do that. You're going to burn out. It's not sustainable. And then you're going to fail. And when you fail, you're going to lose confidence and you're not going to want to start again. What you need to do is just Kaizen, right? Improve 1% every single day. Improve 1% in your health, improve 1% in your wealth, and 1% in relationships. And I assure you, if you look at yourself in just a month's time, you will be a different person.
I 100% agree with you, man. That's an amazing advice, because not only is that going to get you girls? You're going to be a better person. Like, I think another thing that kind of wish, I want you to touch on is like some people, when it comes to getting girls, they make it just that part of it, this is everything, you know what I mean? But I think someone like you're saying, no, that's just one part of a life that you get becoming a high value man.
That's the difference between me and a lot of other dating coaches out there. Can you be completely broke, not have a mission in life, and not be worried about your health? And if you have the game, right? If you have all this game, can you go out and meet a girl? Yes. Yeah. You can go out and you could totally get laid a few times. You can totally go meet some girls. Yeah. I'm not lying to you. That can totally happen. I don't mess with that. That's not the kind of guy I want to work with, because you know what? When you're that kind of guy, you're a house of cards, and girls will never be chasing you. Your dating life will never be handled. It will constantly be an uphill battle. It's like if you run a business just off of cold DMing 200 people a day. Yeah, you might get 10 clients here or there. But if you want to run a business like Splash, with so many people in line wanting to work with you,
100%.
Right? That's abundance. That's what I want from my clients. I want them to have abundance in their dating life. I want their dating life to be handled. I want girls to be approaching them. I want girls to be sliding in their DMs. And yeah, I want them to be able to do that to girls as well. But it's a part of their life. And when you have this mission in life, when you put your mission first and girls second, I assure you, you will become even more attractive to girls, and you won't have to work as hard, because you know what? I work with a lot of high performing entrepreneurs, lawyers, doctors as well, and they don't have time to be running around all freaking day, spending all this money in a club, chasing girls. That's not what their life is about.
No.
They are on their mission, they're working hard, and then when they get home, they say, hey, you should come over. And the high quality girls come. That's what I help people do.
Right. Amazing point, right? Something I want to dig deeper into right now, and I think this is perfect for this audience, because these are, ambitious people. Some are already making good money, but here's the problem with that, right? A lot of people, they're like, you know what? Let me not work on my social skills, because I will make a lot of money. And once I make a lot of money, I will get all the girls. I kind of wanted to dig deeper into this limiting belief, or this belief that a lot of people have, and talk about why it's false, and why why it's not really the focus, why it shouldn't be your focus, why that shouldn't be your main focus.
Yeah, I know in this world there's like this common belief of like, oh, I'm in my cave, right? I'm going to go down, lock myself in my basement, and I'm going to grow this $1 million business, and I'm not going to come out until I have that. I think there's something to be said for grinding and just staying inside your apartment. Of course, Splash has done it. I've totally done it. I think that there is truth to that. But you know what? I've never seen someone grow a 6-figure business. I've never seen someone grow a $1 million business without putting themselves out there and connecting with other people. That has never happened. I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure someone can find and prove me wrong. But the majority of people, that's not really the reality. That's not really how it works. Your network, is your net worth, right? Literally, your biggest assets are the people that you know. And obviously, social skills play a massive part of that. And I don't care what business you're in, because you're a salesman. If you don't sell something, if you do something, no, you're a salesman. Even if you're not selling a product, you're selling yourself. You're selling your services. No matter what you do, you have to sell. And the truth is, no one likes that needy salesman. No one likes that desperate salesman. We all know this. Same thing with girls, right? They don't like that needy, low-value guy. It's the same thing. The skills that will get you high-quality girls will also get you high-quality leads and more sales in your business. I swear to you, they go hand in hand. Find me a broke dating coach. I don't think it exists. I don't think it's a thing. So business and sales. A legit broke dating coach. You know what I mean? A legit one, not just some guy that just talks about girls. Come on. You're just claiming he's a dating coach. Yeah, exactly. It's like when you get better at girls, you make more money. When you make more money, you also get better at girls. They literally go hand in hand. It's freaking amazing. And after all, man, as masculine men, why are we even building these businesses? Why are we working? Why are we doing all this stuff, right? Biology, to procreate. I don't want to hear, I'm not building my business for girls. I'm doing it for me. Yeah, no. You're doing it because you want to be the highest value version of yourself, to procreate. That's how our brains are programmed. That's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed by that. That's like what we're here to do on Earth. We're here to survive and procreate. And the reason we want to survive is so we can procreate. That's why you're growing your business. That's why every man is doing it.
That's why every organism lives.
Yeah, that's it. So like it's nothing to be ashamed of. And just one more point that maybe again might be controversial, but I think it is.
No, we keep it real, man. We don't give up. you know, if it's controversial or not. Now, if it's real, it's real, bro. It's raw.
And that's why we're so close. I freaking love 100%. You so much. And it's this, you know, there's this thing where you want to go out and you want to connect with high level people because you know that they're going to push your business forward. You know that your network is your net worth. But what if right now, maybe you don't have a ton of value to give that other person? What if I was going to connect with Splash and I don't know how to write emails, let's say, I don't know how to do these things. How can I actually give this man value who's in a very high value position? Well, Splash doesn't need this help, but let's say there was a guy like Splash who does. Knowing how to get girls, knowing how to be good with girls is an extraordinary asset for networking with men. I swear to you.
Unreal.
3 years ago when I was a nobody, when I didn't have a business, when I didn't know all this stuff, I got these super high value connections, right? I'm very close with King Keto, Brandon Carter. I'm very close with a lot of top people, right? How did I do that? A massive part is being good with girls. Men respect men that are good with women.
100%.
That is a truth. When you are good with women, men will keep you around because that is the number one amount of value that you can give them, right? As we just said, we're just here to survive and procreate. Well, if there's another guy who can help them make more money, dope. Why does he want him around? Because eventually he'll help him get more girls because he's making more money. But if you just get right to the source and you're good with girls, I assure you, you can make any connection with any guy, which will propel your business forward. It's a huge asset.
100%, bro. That's an amazing point right there, bro. That is something I think, you know, a lot of people don't think about, but it's, you know, straight facts. And I feel like we have talked, you know, you've given so much value, but I want to kind of just talk about you, bro. You know what? Because I brought you on to talk about you as well.
Okay.
And, you know, why, like what motivate, you know, we talked about your motivation for your business, why you started the business, why you do your business, but every day, what motivates you to push forward? As now we're talking to entrepreneur Max Maxim, you know what I mean? What motivates you? What's in the back of your head that's pushing you during those times when you don't want to work? That's pushing you in the times where you have to do things you don't want to do. You know, what is pushing you every day, bro?
Yeah. Number one, an amazing quote is, if you're about 25 right now, which I would imagine is probably like a median age right now for this podcast, you've already lived a third of your life. You sleep another third of your life away, which means that you only have another third left. And right there, if that doesn't kind of put like a fire on you,
right?
I don't know what more I could say. And honestly, I don't want to come from like a cocky standpoint, because it's totally not coming from that at all. It's this. I have put so much work into myself, my business, my skills with girls, my clients, that I have worked too hard to unlock as much potential as I have to not fulfill it. And it's not that I was born with that, because I totally wasn't. I wasn't a good speaker. I couldn't read till I was in third grade. I failed school. I dropped out of college. Like, I wasn't born with all this potential. I've worked so hard to unlock it that how the hell can I not finish this race? And on top of that, it's like with my clients, especially, I mean, I was a product of divorce, right? My parents got divorced when I was 8 years old. And this year I was actually lucky enough to put together a failing marriage and get one of my clients back with his wife and save his kids from going through that same thing I had to go through. And again, just I really know what it's like to fail and feel unwanted and just have no hope. So every single time I get a success story from one of my clients, it's like, I feel like it's my mission that if I have these skills to help these guys, how the hell can I not wake up out of bed and help?
No, you're actually, it's so sad that in the eye of public, you are seen as an evil person. You know what I mean? Like if we look at, we point someone like you in front of some random white Karen, whatever, you know, oh, wow, he's a bad society, I am misogynist, anti-family. But at the end of the day, you're helping people. Like you're making men, the girl is just a byproduct of becoming a better man. And that's why I tell like everybody in my course as well. It's like, listen, this information won't change you, but when you're in this course, the mindset you'll get into, the things you'll start doing, you will change as a person. Everybody that is a success story for you or me started off as a whole different person, and now they ended up as like even me and you, like, you know what I mean? I feel like a whole different person from the guy I was a month ago. Honestly, even a week ago, I feel like a whole new person because I've been growing every day. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's amazing how quickly you grow when you just focus on that 1% every single day.
Literally, man, literally. And I think a lot of people don't focus so much on the mindset part of things and growth part of things. You know what I mean? Let's talk a little bit more about mindset, man. I'm a big believer in mindset is the reason you succeed. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know what? It's like, I don't know the path I'm going to take. I don't know the path that's going to unfold to get my goals. What I'm doing right now is completely different than what I thought I'd be doing in the past. But I knew that I was going to be someone who was able to lead men to success. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know if it was going to be like an Instagram thing. I didn't know what kind of mentorship I don't know any of that stuff. But the thing is, I'm extremely unattached to how it's going to happen. I think a lot of people are very attached to going down one way to get to their goal. But the truth is, you don't have to know the way at all. You just need to commit to getting the goal, and you need to stop being indecisive. When you are attached to getting your goal one way, we are very, very indecisive because we want to make sure that every decision leads us to
the path. It follows the path.
Exactly. I don't worry about that. You know what I worry about? I worry about making a decision right away on a whim, which maybe you'll say that sounds irresponsible, but you know what? I'd rather make a decision on the whim and then worry about making it right later than sitting around for a month to make the right decision.
Oh, I agree. I think that is... And you know what? I have a perfect example for that, bro. Let's say, you know, me and you too. Let's say we were two different e-commerce store owners, you know. I take, you make the decision today. All right, I'm going to open up this store, this niche, this product, boom. You start your store today. Me, I'm thinking, oh, should we use this theme? Oh, should I use... And let's say my store gets done in a month. By the time we both had the thought and the month, Max has been making money while I've been thinking, you know? And if we go to the little...
For 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm succeeding that last week. I'm still ahead.
Still. And at the end of the day, I'm going to have to go through whatever Max went through in the first month anyway, right? So it's like, and you know what? I love that you just said that, you know, it's a skill. Even now, bro, I play chess to help me with decision making, because chess is something where you have to make a decision fast because there's a timer, right? It helps you. And something I even started doing is like, if I'm at a food spot, a lot of people, they take 10 years. You know what? I used to be that guy. I used to take 10 years choosing what the fuck am I going to eat because there's so much options. Now it's done. I once I make a decision, I don't need to turn back, you know?
By the way, it's an extremely masculine quality. Making decisions, also very attractive to girls. Again, what will help you succeed in your entrepreneurial mindset, business life will relate to girls. That's why we can't stress the topic enough.
What about those? Okay, I want to talk about this. Okay, what about these guys? All right, because I know there's so many of them that have a girlfriend. They're like, oh, I already have a girlfriend. I don't have to improve on any of this. What do you think about that?
I would say this. Girls, shit, I'm about to say this on the podcast right now. Girls are kind of like a monkey in a forest. And it's not an insult to women, by the way. What does a monkey in a forest do, right? It's holding onto a branch. And what does it do? It swings to the other branch, right? Now, tell me, does it let go of the first branch it's on and then hope it catches another branch? Or does it take one hand off and feel out the other branch before it fully swings over? What does it do?
Right, the second part, man, where they're holding on to one and the other one too.
Of course. The biggest problem that men make is they get the girl and then they stop improving on their value. They stop having massive goals. They stop having this mission. They get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, it's not good, because there will be another man, especially in this entrepreneurial world, who will come along, who is working on this, who is high value, who is all these things. And I promise you, scientifically, your girl will lose attraction for you and have attraction towards him, because as feminine nature, as female nature, they're constantly looking for that alpha male protector. And comfort equals beta. And moving forward and having a mission equals alpha. And if she ever feels that for some reason she's with that comfortable, low value beta guy, her survival mechanism is going to kick in. She's going to get nervous and say, oh my God, I have to jump. I have to flee.
So it's a subconscious thing. It's not even like her thing. It's just her fucking butt, like in her head.
It's not because of anything. It's not because she's a bad person. It's not because she wants to. No, not at all. Not at all. It's just when she's holding onto a branch and it starts to get flimsy, it starts to wobble in the storm. She's like, holy shit, I better go over to that other branch that looks very secure and sturdy, because that's going to keep me safe.
And also to a point, which, you know, I don't know if you mentioned already, but what's it called? Girls like guys that get girls, right? So at the end of the day, it's like, if your girl knows that you can't get anyone but her, man, how you think she's going to treat you, right? Like, how you think you're going to like have a say? Like, you think you're going to have the leverage, or is she going to have the leverage? Like, listen, we're not attacking women here. It's just straight up facts. Like, A girl will leave you if she finds a better man. That's a fact. I will leave a girl if I find a better. Okay, I'm joking, but you guys get what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like at the end of the day, like you can't blame them, right? So if you're not improving as a man, it's like you can't get mad and she left me. No, there's no bitterness.
It's the guys who won't hire a dating mentor or a business mentor.
Or laugh at stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's the guys that will never hire a mentor in every area of their life that will say, "Oh, girls are just bad. Girls are just whatever. I'm not gonna go girl like whatever they do." I don't really know. I don't talk to guys like that. But
I don't even know.
Angry, and that's the kind of stuff that they do. And yeah, man, you're exactly right. Girls do like a guy that has other girls, but you know what? So do men. I'm telling you. You want to be liked. You want to be respected. You want to be high value. You want to get the deal. You want to get in the social circle. Be good with women. Everyone respects that. There's just something about it. A guy who can go out and find a mate is high value. People want to work with that guy. And I told Splash this, by the way, like months ago. Splash and I do weekly calls. I was like, people aren't necessarily buying your course because they want to be good at Shopify and make all this money, even though that's totally what you're giving them and that's amazing. They're buying the course because they see your lifestyle and they want it. And they know that doing what you do is obviously the ticket to your lifestyle because that's how you got there.
Right.
And it's the same thing. People want to work with you because they want your life.
Your voice will have a value. Like your opinion will have a value. As weird as it sounds, but I mean, let's look at Dan Bilzerian. Why does every teenager kid, if you say, would you have Dan Bilzerian's life? They're like, hell yeah, he's the man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Proof is in the pudding.
They don't want to gamble like Dan Bilzerian. They don't want to bet. They don't want to do all these things like Dan Bilzerian, but they'll do it if that will lead to Dan's life. Exactly. Right. So, clients are going to want to work with you. Business partners are going to want to work with you because they like your life, not because of the little intricate things you do in your business. That's not what impresses me.
Right. I think what I want people to get from this call is like two things. It's like, hey, don't make girls your number one focus. Like, don't do that. Don't be that person. Right. But also understand that, hey, that's a part that if you work on, even if you didn't even care, if you as a responsible business owner, if you cared that much about money, you would do this. You would improve at this because it would help you in the other. If you didn't even care about girls, if you just look at money wise, what if I told you that your money would go up if you improve this? You know what I mean? I'm trying to let people know in that way. Like, yo, look at it like that.
More clients that say that exact same thing. Exactly, bro. I'm so glad that you just said that. They're like, you know what? Like, I'm just so concerned with my business right now. I don't really even care about girls that much. Maybe I have one girl.
I'm at the same point right now, and I just got invited to chill with 3 girls. So, we're not going to talk about that though.
Mm-hmm. Because how much more? Well, it's like you're just going to be in a different space, a different energy. Imagine if you made a story or you taught your mentorship clients just while you're hanging out with those 3 girls, like. How much better of a coach are you going to be just as a man? Because it's not that you rest your validation on hanging out with women. It's not that at all. It's biological. You right now are a man that you have a beautiful apartment, so you have your survival down, and now you're going to have your procreating down as well in that moment. How the hell could you not be the best version of Splash Man possible?
Right, 100%. Exactly. You just want to get in someone that wants to improve every day. How is that not the best version of themselves? Right.
In that point, you're succeeding as a human.
Right. And then like you said, and that's the most attractive quality about a man. So you guys see the correlation. I feel like me and Max have said it in like 3 different ways for you to get it. But I hope they finally get it. Some other questions I honestly generally just like to ask every guest is your view on money. Like how was your view on money before you made it, and how has it changed once you start making it? And, now that where you at now, how has your viewpoint on money, how you use it, how you view it, how you approach it, how you treat it, what has changed?
Mm-hmm. Good question. I like that a lot.
Everybody says that, man. Every guest, they love this question because it's a question that makes you think,
Well, number one, you'll never make enough money to make you happy. So if you are waiting to be happy before you make money, you're going to be waiting a really long time because you're never going to be happy if you are relating on money. I know it's the most cliche thing in the world, but I've made very big sales, and I assure you that I might be high for the moment, but 24 hours goes by, I'm no more happier than I was the day before. Right. So we're resting our happiness on money. We need to stop doing that. And I don't fully know how to explain what I'm about to say. It's kind of weird, but I'm very, very good at gamifying life and almost taking money not so seriously.
Right.
I used to have a problem with investing in myself. I used to try and scrounge my pennies and hold on to money. But the craziest thing happened, I really didn't gain money that quickly. And as soon as I was completely comfortable with the idea of honestly paying large amounts of money to mentors in every area of my life, it's amazing how quickly I get that money back. It's amazing how quickly I'll get back like a 5-figure investment from what I learned from that mentor. And again, listen, like, is every decision I make right? Is every mentor I've hired right? No. I've lost money before hiring a mentor. Yeah, I'm not going to lie and say I haven't. But you know what? I've made way more money because of mentors than I've lost 100%. And remember, it's about making that decision right. It's not about making the right decision. And even if I hired the wrong mentor, I still learned a hell of a lot because I was like, perfect. That's not how I'm going to go about it. That's not the things I'm going to look for. The things he just told me, I'm not going to tell my clients. It's like, I probably still got the amount my money is worth out of lessons, even though
literally, dude,
I want.
You know what you just said about gamifying life, I want to give an analogy for people with basketball. Imagine playing a basketball game where you only take shots where you know that it's certain that it's going to go in. Do you think you would be a good basketball player? No. Like how the best basketball, and Brandon always says this, the best basketball player in this world is Steph Curry. His 3-point percentage is like 50%. So they're saying if he takes 10 shots, statistically, 5 of them he's supposed to miss, right? So even with you, like imagine you went through life thinking, all right, every decision I make has to be perfect, has to be right. You're going to go crazy. You're literally going to be a mental, you're going to go into a mental person. You're going to turn into a
Maybe I'd make 2 shots. Maybe I'd just make 2 shots, but Steph Curry is now 3 points ahead of me.
Right. You know what I mean? Steph Curry takes 10 shots, makes 5 threes. You know what I mean? That's 15 points versus you taking 2 shots, making 2. That's 4.
Oh, but my percentage is 100, right? It doesn't matter.
No, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if we were talking about gamifying life, you know what I mean? Hey, did you win the game? You know, like the winning the game is whatever your goals are. Like, did you win the game? And man, I love honestly, we can even talk a little bit more about this, like the whole section of gamifying life, because that's something I've been doing too, bro. And you know what? It's it makes you look at life in a different way. And you know what? Once it is a game, so an example, one thing I realized is like, yo, why don't my life is like a GTA. I'm the main character. Everybody else is whatever, you know? And you know what? I truly think like that, but not in a way where I'm a dick. It's like, their life doesn't matter. It really, truly doesn't. Not that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. They are playing their own game. And they're their main character in their own game. They're just side characters that, you know what? I see them now, but they might not exist ever again in my life. Mm-hmm. And ever since I've been thinking that way, I don't care about anything or anyone's reaction to anything. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
We can get deep here, but like, a very famous rapper died recently. They moved on from his death like this. Makes you realize, it's like, why do you take everything so seriously when life is just this thing that, you just live and, it's just
my brain started working differently. Let's say like I make a bad investment, lose a lot of money, whatever. It's like, I'm still unattached to that. Yeah, it's not ideal,
right?
But when I'm feeling kind of bad, when I lose money, when I'm definitely down, when I take a big L, I'm just like, word. That's the chapter I'm on. That's the level I'm on in this video game.
100%.
My brain just works and it just goes, well, if the pendulum swung that way, clearly it's going to have to swing back the other way, even bigger. And you know what, man? We have one life. I want to feel it all. I want to feel success. 100%. I want to feel happiness. I want to feel all that. But you know what? I also want to feel loss. I also want to feel, maybe not depression, but I want to feel sadness. I want to feel all that so I can actually appreciate
the emotions that you feel as a human, regardless of how much money is in your bank account, whatever number you see on the screen, I think that's another big thing that people forget is money is number on the screen or piece of paper. Don't let it dictate you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I tell you this, and I think you can relate to me, Splash. You've probably had L's in your life as well. Of course, I have too. That's how we get to where we are. We fail forward, as Will Smith says. But do you regret any L at all?
None. I can't. Even the worst of my worst times, no, I'm glad I went through it. And like you said, bro, how are you going to know what to improve if you don't fail? It's like, this is a problem. And you know what? This relates to dating too, is like, and me too, right? I was like this. I just don't want to say you guys and just say we're perfect. No, but I'm saying we live life so afraid of failure. But what the fuck is failure, man? Like, what is failure if you continue? Okay, a girl rejects you. What the fuck? There's a next one right there. You miss a business opportunity. The next one's right there, right? Or you made a bad investment, whatever.
According to Steph, you should actually not close 50% of the calls you're on.
You know what I mean? Like, you're the greatest shooter. If you don't close that, like, you guys got to understand, man. A lot of you guys are so scared to fail, not realizing that, you know what? And you can probably agree with this. Some of the greatest times in my life were the times I feel like, not my greatest times, but the greatest growth and lessons came from some of my low moments. I had a very low moment in March this year. I am so grateful for it because I'm a whole new person with a whole new perspective on life because of that. You know, I went through some shit like that last year, 3 months of nothing, no money. I'm so grateful for that because that is the reason why I made so much money in September. I think you guys got to understand. And you know what? You said it earlier, bro. People want to follow a path. People want to know, okay, I'm going to do this A to Z. What is A to Z? But you said there's certain beauty in uncertainty. There's a certain type of beauty in not knowing,
Imagine if
the
you were
spontaneity.
Imagine if you were attached to a path, you would probably say, wait a minute, my path isn't supposed to have 3 months of no revenue.
Bro.
But the fact that you weren't attached to a path, the fact that you were like, no, I'm going to get my dream apartment in Toronto. I'm going to get...
I was thinking like that no matter what was going on in my life.
I'm going to buy my land in Nepal to eventually fulfill my dream of giving back to where I'm from. I'm going to buy my dream car. I'm going to buy my dad a car, right? You knew that those were all your goals. You just weren't attached to how it was going to happen. And you know what?
Zero, man. I don't care.
At a young age, you're already accomplishing so much. And it's because of that.
Man.
Please model that, man.
100%. I think this is something I have to come to realization recently. And it's another reason you should just value yourself, man. You're someone that has the ability to want something and go get it. Majority of the people in this world can't even think like that. People think their life is dictated by the ones around them or whatever happens around. Oh, Trump is president, my life sucks. Oh, he's president, my life's good. Come on, man.
Yeah. Yo, exactly. And you know what? Like, you just even got me thinking about with girls and money as we're talking. A big thing that entrepreneurs struggle with is charging the amount of money that they know. That
100%.
And they know that they deserve. And on top of that, you know what, man? That is the same exact issue that some guys have with, oh, I can't go get that girl because I'm not good enough for her. So a huge thing, by the way, I want to be very clear. I never promise people inside my mentorship that they'll make more money because I can't guarantee that. But I do know this. I do know that more than half of them end up doing that. And I try not to tell people that because I know that they're probably just going to think it's a sales pitch and it's probably not real anyway. But Slash, we're close and we know that that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
It's because of this. As soon as we rewire their mind and they know that they freaking deserve this, girls, and they know how to go get it, that's the same energetic limiting belief that's with money. Not charging the amount that you deserve. Not negotiating to the capacity that you know you should be. It's the same exact problem. So when you eliminate it for girls, it stems back into business. That's not the only mindset, by the way, that's like that with girls in business.
No.
Wild.
There's a great quote, man. It's like, you don't get what you deserve in life. You get what you tolerate. At the end of the day, it's true. I live right by where all the corporate motherfuckers live in Toronto, right? There are some guys in there that deserve to be making millions of dollars because they make their company millions of dollars, but they're only getting paid a $200,000 salary, and that's only because they tolerate that. If they were to say fuck it and leave, I believe they could do great things themselves. And you know what? That's with us too, bro. That's with us too. You know what I mean? Like, if we didn't change our mindset, I feel like we would have tolerated whatever, $100,000 salary, give it to us. That's amazing. But now that we experience that, we know our potential, we know what's out there. We're like, no. We deserve this, and we're not going to tolerate. And that's why I tell people with standards, don't just raise your standards for money. Raise your standards for the type of girl you meet. Like, I don't just like to meet a girl just because she's beautiful. Like, that's a weird mindset to be in, like, raise your standards for everything. Don't be willing to tolerate bullshit and you won't get bullshit. If you don't tolerate bullshit, you don't get bullshit, you know? The way you get treated, the reason you get treated the way you get treated is because you tolerate it. If you, like, an example, you know, this is an amazing value for you guys right now. If your friend is doing something you don't like, tell them straight off the bat. So if one of my friends, if they say like, it's a small example, but if they say my name incorrectly, I correct them because I know they'll just say it incorrectly and, you know, I don't want it to bother me. Or let's say someone, you know, as a joke, my friend always used to say, shut up, bitch, right? But I genuinely don't like it. And I'm like, as a joke, I'm like, shut up, bitch. And I'm like, bro, I genuinely don't like it. I see it as disrespect. Don't do it. And he never did it again. And you know what? That was a good thing because, you know, I said, I'm not willing to tolerate that. And ever since then, I've never gotten that. That's how you got to live life, man. You don't have to tolerate shit you're tolerating. If someone's treating you bad right now, tell them fuck off. Tell them you're not going to tolerate that and you're good. You know what I mean?
The way you do one thing is the way you do everything.
Everything, bro. Everything. I tell them, yo, it's not just in one area of life. Every area of your life has to be like, you know, up to par.
If you settle in your dating life, you will settle in your business life unconsciously. If you allow your friends to give you bullshit like that, then you know what? You're also going to allow your clients to give you bullshit, and girls as well. And when girls give you bullshit, they lose attraction for you. When clients give you bullshit, they say, oh, wow, this guy's not really the big high value expert that I paid X amount of money for. Let me not invest in him again.
Yeah, they lose, even if they don't tell you they lose respect for you, subconsciously, they're like, oh, I can treat this person like that. Oh, fuck, I can talk to him like that. Why would I want to sleep with someone I can talk to like that? You know, why would I want to work with? Why would I want to hire this guy that I just talk to? Like, you know, you get what I mean, Max?
Yep.
And I think you guys got to understand that you don't have to tolerate that. If you don't like, if you see something that your friend is doing that you don't like, address it. If I don't like something, I address it. I'm like, yo, don't do that again, bro. Even like my friend, like he had like, and this is so, bro, to a point where like, even if you're talking to me, like I'll point it out, even if it's wrong with you. Like I'll be like, bro, every time I try to give you advice, you say, I know. Stop doing that shit. I don't like that. And then they'll be like, oh, sorry, my bad.
Clearly you don't know, or else you would have done it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But see, like, here's an example, guys. That has been happening my whole life. Only recently, I've been finally like telling people, and in the past, that has pissed me off and ruined friendship, right? Imagine if I just addressed it in the beginning. Imagine how much of a better friendship we would have had if we had that convo, if we set the expectation straight of, you know, what I'm going to tolerate.
They weren't trying to hurt you. I'm sure they weren't. I'm sure they weren't.
Oh, and they weren't. You know, it's their habit, but I wanted to let you know, like, and there's a reason this podcast is called Keepin It Real. Like, you know, like I really am that type of person nowadays. It's like, and you know what? You want that type of people around you. If I'm fucking up, Max will tell me I'm fucking up. He's not some yes man that's going to be like, oh, no, Splash, no, you're doing good. Oh, your business only made $1,000 and you're broke and homeless. Oh, it's okay. You're still perfect. No, Max will straight up say, yo, what are you doing? You know? And I have everybody around me acting like that. And you need that because I feel like we're going all over the place, but it's true. You need people like that will call you out on your bullshit as well and not tolerate that shit from you too, right? We're not just talking about what you tolerate from your friends. I straight up tell my friends, but if you act like a bum, you're not my friend. You know, I tell them like this.
Because you can't let it into your life. Exactly. No. My intimate circle, my super close circle, right? Splash Man. I'm really close with our friend Trilstein. I'm really close with Miguel Johnson Jr., another one of our friends. King Keto, I'm close with him. It's like, if I start being a bum and I start fucking up and I start not going down my path 100%, they're not going to leave me right away. They care about me. I care about them. They're going to come up. They're going to try and grab my hand. They're going to try and pull me up. They're going to say, hey, you're having a bad moment. Let's help you. And that's happened to every single one of us. We've 100%. All been there for each other at one point or another in these past
100%.
Years.
100%.
But if I never improve, I will lose this circle.
Oh, bro.
I will be out. I know that.
Subconsciously, it's like, and you know what? I was trying to find like the reasoning. I'm like, how is it that this is someone I grew up with, someone like, you know, we have so much connections, but I genuinely, you know, I realized it's like, yo, you genuinely don't even feel like being around them. It's like, what's the point of like your energy is so, I look at it as energy, you know, it's like, I tell them, I'm like, bro, the energy is off when I'm hanging out with you. Like, I don't like the energy that's around when I'm with you. And it's like, I feel like that's what would have happened with you. If you start bumming out, if you start doing this shit, let's say we do hang out, let's say we do talk, I will notice it. Subconsciously, I'll notice, oh shit. I was like, I don't know, Max, like it feels different, bro. It's like, you know, before we used to talk about money and growth and now like, what the fuck? Like, You know what I mean? And it's like, that is why.
New video game that you got.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like, man, I feel like we give so much value in this podcast, not only just in dating life, but social life and just mindset and just, you know what? I feel like how you carry yourself is how I can kind of just summarize this stuff. You know, it's like how you carry yourself, how you view yourself, how you treat yourself. And you know what? I want to, you know what? Before we even end this, man, I want to credit you, bro, because you've helped me really just realize my self-worth. You really just helped me, you know, become a more confident person. And like you said, not just one area of life, every area of life. Like, I don't take shit from anybody in every area of life. You know what I mean? Like, I am confident. I'm not scared of shit. Like, really that much no more. You know what I mean? And I really want to thank you for that, man. I really want to say I really appreciate you for everything you've done, bro.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that as well. And you're a little bit younger than me, and I use you as an amazing source of inspiration in my own life. And yeah, being more successful, making more money, growing a bigger business, all that stuff. But even on a deeper level, just what you have done already and what you're going to continue to do for your family, buying them all new phones, buying them a car, what you're doing in your homeland of Nepal and what you're going to continue doing there. You really understand life, and you really understand the true definition of success. And I appreciate you putting that in front of my eyes as well.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that a lot, bro. And, you know, if there's some people can learn from this, is like, surround yourself with amazing people, because I also think people really don't understand the power of collaboration versus competition. Two things you just said. First of all, you said we hop on calls, we learn from each other. That's one, collaboration. Second, you said you see my success as an inspiration. A lot of people, they see their friend's success and they let them keep them down. Don't do that. You know, I love seeing my friends win. I actually like get excited because the funny thing is everybody knows this and everybody says this, you are the average of your 5 people. But then when someone in your one of your 5 is succeeding, you start becoming like weird towards them. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, be happy for them. Be happy that they're elevating you, you know, by succeeding. Like when you grow your business, it helps me because, oh shit, my homie's growing. Now, when we have convos, it's like, oh shit, you know, 2 different minds talking about the same.
It's the first thing we do on our recurring call. We share our wins. Splash tells me his, I tell him my wins. And then you know what? Yeah, I also tell him my struggles. He also tells me his struggles, whether it be business, personal, whatever. And just having the relationship we do and just bouncing ideas off each other. I don't know about you, Splash. I leave that freaking call hyped.
Oh, I look forward to it, man, 100%. And I want you guys to know, like, start making these type of relationships, you know. I honestly want you guys to know, Max, I've only met twice in my life, like in person. But we connect all the time. Well, you guys want you to understand that now we live in an eco space where it's not even fucking weird, guys. Like 90% of my circle, I don't see on a monthly basis.
I know Flash better than so many people I went to high school with.
100%.
Twice. I saw them 180 days a year for like 12 years.
You guys got to understand that Instagram, online, internet has changed the whole ecosystem. It's not weird to connect with people. It's actually, you know what? This is what has made me rich. So I want you guys to go ahead, connect with amazing people. Apply everything you learned from what Max said today, man. Follow him on the gram. We're going to put all his links below, guys. I want you guys to follow him. I want you guys to watch his videos. Just start literally learning from him. Just watch his stories. You'll learn a lot from him and you'll become a better. If all you cared about was money, I would listen to him because I will tell you it'll make you more money. I'll just leave it at that. Well, before we go, Max, you want to tell them anything before you go?
Yeah, man, I basically just want to say this. I just want to say that if you see yourself one day being that successful, rich person, if you see yourself one day succeeding with high quality girls, and if you listen to this podcast this long, if you follow myself, if you follow Splash, I want to say, I'm pretty confident in saying that you do see that.
Right.
You know what? If you weren't destined for this, if you didn't have this inside of you, it would be impossible to see that version of yourself because it wouldn't exist. The fact that you are able to see that person, you just don't know how to get there, that's okay. That just means that right now he's in that cage and you just need to continue getting 1% better. And I promise you, you will unlock him out of that cage because if you spot it, you got it. So the fact that you can even see that version of yourself means that it will come true. If you keep moving forward.
That is a beautiful thing, bro. Whatever the mind can believes in, bro, it can. I feel like anything the mind thinks it can achieve, it can believe that it can achieve, it can achieve. And what you said right there, and it relates to what we talked about. If you just know the future self, the ideal self, forget how you're going to get there, man. You're going to figure it out. Like, you don't need an A to Z. You don't need, year 2025, I'm going to do this and then I'm going to get, no. You know what? I used to be that person. Now I'm like, hey, I'm flowing with life. You know what I mean? People ask me, yo, what's your 5-year goal? I'm like, you know what? Year 3, I might be a monk. Who knows? What if my goal is to fucking bring peace to the world and meditate every day, right? Go with life, man. Flow with life. Enjoy uncertainty. Find beauty in uncertainty. I'll just leave it, the podcast at that. I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. That is it for this episode of Keeping It Real, everybody. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, I just ask for a small favor, and that is to share this with someone that you know would benefit from this podcast, as I really want to grow this community and this podcast through word of mouth, right? From you guys sharing it or telling someone to mess with this podcast or listen to this podcast or posting us on Instagram. And by the way, guys, if you do post us on Instagram, please use the hashtag Keeping It Real and tag me at SplashmanPB, just so I can see it, just so I can, stay connected with the family and interact with some of you guys. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to keep in touch with me, my Instagram is at SplashmanPB. If you guys want to check out my YouTube, where I drop amazing content and amazing value as well, just search my name, Barik Shidbusnit, and my channel will appear. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.